This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Hey, which reminds me of something. When we talked about the Oakland A's,
yeah,
I'm going to try to find them on as we're going along here. The names of these of some of our listeners, our fans, because here we go. Paulie B. I'll mispronounce some of the names. James Cahelio, Frank Bruno, Arios Arocho, Brooke Baucom, I love you, Brooke, TJ Stevens, Michael Amend, Michael McClanahan, Mark Nelson, Antonio Santos, and Brandy Wagner from Alaska. They all went together and paid for a cameo of Reggie Jackson, my favorite athlete of all time. Not only my favorite baseball player, my favorite athlete of all time.
What?
They paid for a cameo for Reggie to say hello to me.
How about that?
And at the end, they gave him the line. He said, Tony, we're desperately out of the time. The tape machines are rolling.
You going to play it?
I probably need to put it on Patreon. Do you want me to play it here, the audio?
Sure.
Let's see if I can get it.
Here's Rick. So maybe they didn't cut him off. Maybe the plan was for him to stick around and do commentary.
Yeah, maybe so.
I love that you just immediately went to his penis.
Yeah. Well, again, that's hanging out with you does that. So anyway, I'm not a fan of playing cameo for online, as you know. It's what got me off Cameo. So, but anyway, he said this line, and it meant a lot. It meant words, you know.
Have you ever met Reggie?
No. Had a chance. Two things. 1969, I went over to get his autograph. He wouldn't give it to me.
Mm.
He reached for a kid. It must have been one of the baseball players' kids. Right there, he reached across and bumped me. So I remember that distinctly. He was real young. And then I was walking in underneath the at Legends Field, and where the Yankees have spring training. When I was working with the Braves, I was walking underneath the stadium. There's a breezeway underneath the stadium, and here he came, and there I went. And it was just me and him. And I remember thinking, you know what? I heard he was an asshole.
He is.
So I don't want to say anything to him to get him
riled up.
No, to make me think bad of him. Right. I want to remember Reggie as my hero. So I blew right past him. So never met him, but this meant a lot, man.
No, it's very thoughtful, and it shows what a cool little community we've built.
Right.
Patreon.com/WHW Monday, and of course, adfreeshows.com. I mean, it's a big group of wrestling fans who have all become friends, and the support that I get from our wrestling group chat. I mean, we're talking to each other all day, every day. It's one of the big reasons I wanted to create ad free shows, especially since we were in a pandemic and there were stay-at-home orders and shelter in place and all this stuff. So there was a lot of folks who really leaned on our little wrestling community as a way of interacting with the real world and not just be, stuck in those same four walls. Anyway, I got to meet Reggie in November of 2014. There was a big autograph signing in Houston, I believe. And I don't know why I was recruiting a branch or something, but I was out there like a few days before or a few days after, and Rick was booked, and he said, "Hey, you should come hang out. We'll have a big time." And I said, "Man, it's funny you say that because I'm going to be not too far from there, blah, blah, blah." So we wound up hanging out, and I got to meet a lot of sports folks, but Reggie Jackson came right over to me and commented on my watch. He's a Rolex guy, and I was wearing a Rolex, and he was too. So he's putting over my watch like it's some big shit. But the reality is he's got a now discontinued white gold Submariner. Oh, here we go.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money, it's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.